talk about today. It looks like it got a little heated there. Some good things today in practice.
It's always good. These guys are competing. You know, there hasn't been a lot of bad practices out here, wasted time, and they're starting to understand that you got to compete every day, and that makes you better. And that's part of this game, just competing every play for 4 quarters.
Coach, is this a practice you wanted to have coming off Saturday and the performances you saw?
You know what? This morning I was really encouraged. Our defense came out. Other than we gave it 1 touchdown at the first group today, but other than that, we just completely 3 and out of them all day. Early on this morning when we were in full pads, and then came back here this afternoon, had a pretty good practice again. So, you know, I felt like Saturday, obviously I was disappointed a little bit, but I think it starts with just having a little bit more energy and enthusiasm and passion. Might have been a little bit tired from camp and whatever, but we're not going to accept none of those excuses. You got to play with great passion and play with great effort.
Coach, talk about Jordan. Took a jump off the depth chart. Has a good spot behind Cook. I mean, how much is that? How big is that for you?
Well, Jordan Thompson is a guy that was really 3rd last year, but he was in the rotation. He's tremendously talented. He's grown up. He's matured a lot. You know, and a lot of people don't realize is it's not easy as a coach to put guys out there if you don't trust them. And that means going to class, doing things right all the time, and it's just when a guy carries a ball like he does all the time, it's a trust factor. And I always tell guys all the time, the more we trust him, the more we're going to give you opportunities. And he's earned it. He's done well. He's tremendously talented, and I think he's got a bright future.
I was looking at this depth chart. 6 guys that I saw from Penn State's depth chart, and only 2 from defense are still there. A lot of turnover.
Yeah, that's going to happen. You know, that's the reason why we signed so many guys on defense. And I mean, we got to play better defense, and I think we're on our way. Are we there yet? No, but I think we're on our way. I'm encouraged by them, and the effort's there. And you know, we're at least in the game now.
Coach, you talk about the wide receivers. That was something you wanted to see improve Alpha last year. Talk about how they play. That whole line of depth chart played out for you.
Well, I think you have to compliment Coach Coleman. He's obviously done a good job with those guys, and I think sometimes your players take on the personality of their coach. And obviously, you've heard Coach Coleman out here several times. I mean, he's a no-nonsense guy, and he's got instant credibility with the kids. I mean, here's a guy that's you know, came out of Hickory, Pennsylvania, went to Kansas State, you know, went to the NFL, played in Super Bowl, and worked hard, and he loves working with young people, and they're responding to his coaching. And at the end of the day, you know, there's a lot of great coaches out there that have a tremendous amount of knowledge, but do their players respond to their coaching? You know, there's a lot of very wise coaches out there, but the players can't respond to the coaching.
You mentioned all through camp you don't want guys grandfathered in, you don't want them expecting to keep their spot. And I look at a couple guys like Deontay Tate and Julian Harrell that didn't keep their spots. Can you maybe just talk about that process?
Well, I think, you know, it's a situation where everybody has an opportunity out here every day. Every play is graded. And, you know, when you look at the big picture, what's best for the program, if things are even, if you got a guy that's going to be around here for 3 or 4 years, and another guy that's only going to be around here for another year or 2, he's had opportunities, you know. And your job as an upperclassman is to take the approach that there's no way in heck I'm going to let a young guy beat me out. When I was at Kansas State, they recruited a guy every year to take my job. But you know what? He never got it. You know, and it's just the mentality you have to have. If you're going to let someone come in here and take your job, then that's on you. You got to live with it.
Matey back today?
Matey's back today, and you know, it's good to have him back. We probably could have went with him on Saturday, but I was being probably extra precautionary because of our, you know, just how thin we are at offensive line right now. But he had a good day. He gives us a presence in there. He's a big body, you know, 315, 320 pounds, and you know, we're a little bit thin right now at O-line with Cinco and Larson getting banged up.